The law of attraction is a fascinating subject for millions of people since The Secret made its appearance. I remember when I saw it for the first time, I thought, wow, this is so amazing. Why didn't I know about it before? I was excited about it. I wanted to tell everybody about it. And I wanted to change my life with it. Well, the excitement didn't stay for long. People didn't have time to listen and think about it, and the change I wanted wasn't happening. So I asked myself, does that mean it doesn't work? And a little voice inside my head said to me, it's working, you are not. I got confused. What does it mean I'm not working? So I started to study the basic of the law of attraction, the principles upon which it works. And one day, I found Bob Proctor's You Were Born Rich seminars video where he talked about the law of attraction. I watched it many times. Then I read the book You Were Born Rich and I just kind of fell in love with this book. It was simple and understandable. This book is truly marvelous. Bob Proctor gave one of the best explanations of the law of attraction in this book. After that, I understood what the voice meant by it's working, you are not. The problem with me was that I was only working on my conscious thoughts and I had no idea what's happening in my brain and body on a subconscious level. And that is a roadblock for most of us. I would like to quote Dr. Joe Dispenza here. He says, our personality creates our personal reality. The problem with most of us is that we try to create a new personal reality with the same old personality. And that's what I was doing wrong. The truth is that our personality is installed in the subconscious mind. And the things in the subconscious mind runs automatically like a program upon which our conscious mind doesn't have any control most of the time. So, let's talk about the law of attraction and the basis upon which it was built. But in order to understand the law of attraction, first you have to understand the law of vibration. The law of attraction is actually a secondary law. The primary law is the law of vibration. The law of vibration is one of the fundamental laws of the universe. It dictates that everything in the universe vibrates or moves. Nothing sits idle. Everything is in a constant state of vibration or movement, and therefore there is no state of rest. Our universe is a collection of so many different elements. Each and every one of its components is in constant motion. Not a single part of it, from the minutest atom to a gigantic galaxy, can ever be for a second remain static. To understand the law of vibration, the first thing you need to understand is that everything in the universe is composed of energy, which means everything you see around you, every planet and star in the universe, everything which is at or in the earth and your body as well, are fundamentally made up of the same thing. They just appear to be different. Why do they appear to be different? They appear to be different because of the speed at which their energy is moving or vibrating. The speed of the movement of the energy is called the rates of vibration or the frequency. So, if a car is parked, it doesn't mean that it is stationary, but the movement of the energy is happening on a microscopic level, which we cannot see. If you look at your arm, you would see a stationary arm, but the energy from which the cells of your body are made is vibrating at a certain speed, which makes you see your hand the way it is. Now, these are the vibrations that we can see, but there are other material expressions of energy that vibrate so fast that our eyes cannot see it. For example, air and gases present in the environment are the vibrations that we cannot see, but we know their presence in our environment. Then, there are other expressions that vibrate at even higher frequencies. And these higher vibrations of energy are so powerful that they can influence all other fields of vibration. These are the vibrations of thoughts. Every thought has its specific rates of vibration, frequency. Negative thoughts carry lower rates of vibration, and positive thoughts carry higher rates of vibration. Every thought that flows through your mind, brain, and body affects your vibrational field. And last but not the least, the vibration of our emotions and feelings. Our feelings has the highest rates of vibration, and that's why they have the highest influence on our entire life. Now pay attention to this. There is an invisible field of energy around you which carry infinite numbers of possible expressions of your life. When you imagine yourself in your mind living the life you want, you are only able to do this because this expression of your life already exists in the invisible field of energy. In science, this field is known as the quantum field. Understand that every potential experience that exists in the field has its rates of vibration because all expressions of energy have their particular rates of vibration, and that's where the law of attraction comes in. The law of attraction says that two or more expression of energy at the same rates of vibration attracts each other through a force of attraction. Two expression of energy that have the same rates of vibration attract each other and eventually become one. For example, if you take two drops of water and bring them closer, they will eventually attract or merge into each other and become one. However, if you take a drop of water and a drop of oil and bring them closer, it doesn't matter how close you bring them. They will never become one because the rates of vibration are different. Let's look at another example. If you take a glass of water and start cooling it down, water will freeze and become ice. And if you start heating it up, it will become steam, which will then become air if the heating process is continued. The rates of vibration of water start decreasing during the cooling process. The water's energy particles attract each other and become one ice. And in the heating process, the rates of vibration start increasing and they are pulled towards the higher vibration of gas or air. Now, when it comes to human beings, the vibration of our body is a product of our emotional vibration, and our emotional vibration is a product of our intellectual or thought vibration. In order to understand how you can attract the things you want to manifest in your life, you have to understand the working process of the conscious and the subconscious mind. Understand this. Throughout your day, only 5% of the time you are operating from your conscious mind, and 95% of the time you are operating with your subconscious programs that you have installed in your subconscious mind. The conscious mind is your thinking mind. It's the creative and observing mind. When you go to school and start learning, you learn with your conscious mind. It can learn in many ways, and your creative faculties, which are perception, will, imagination, memory, reason, and intuition, are a part of the conscious mind. With the proper use of your imagination, you can have access to all the possibilities of the field. You can build any goal, idea, fantasy, or dream in your conscious mind through imagination. You can see yourself with anything you desire in your life, but having your desire or goal in conscious mind will not produce any physical results, because the results that you want to experience in your life is controlled by your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the habitual and emotional mind, and it operates with a different set of rules than the conscious mind. The subconscious mind is the part where your self-image is stored, and that self-image is the factor that controls the results of your life. Self image is a collection of beliefs about yourself that you have gathered throughout your life. Every past experience of success or failure, happiness or pain, love or hate, loyalty or betrayal, etc., have caused you to think in certain ways. And through these experiences, you have built a conception of yourself. And your own conception of the sort of person I am is your self image. And always remember this: it doesn't matter where you are or what you do, you cannot outperform your self image. Maybe sometimes you get a good progress at some point temporarily, but in the end, you will end up with the results that are consistent with your self image. Every program or habit that is stored in the subconscious mind, including self image, runs automatically without the need for any conscious efforts. The subconscious mind learns through the process of repetition. For example, when you learn to drive a car, first you learn all the required information to drive the car with your conscious mind. Then you start practicing it every day over and over again for a certain period of time. In that time, the experience of driving was installed in the subconscious mind like a program. And once it's done, every part of your body that needs to be involved in the process of driving would do its work properly without any need of conscious efforts from you. You can drive your car without any difficulty while your conscious mind is busy thinking about something outside of the car, or while you're busy talking to someone on the phone, because the program for the driving has been installed in the subconscious mind and it runs automatically now. The most important fact to learn about the subconscious mind is that it is very powerful, but it does not know the difference between a real experience in your environment and an internal experience that you are creating in your mind by thoughts alone. It means that if you are thinking about some past experience that caused you to feel pain, your subconscious mind doesn't know that it's just thoughts. It would take it as the same event is happening again, and it would cause your body to feel the same pain again. And if you keep thinking about it for a long period of time, this emotion would become your personality trait. And the same type of experiences will keep reoccurring over and over again in your life. And you would be wondering, why it always happens to me? It happens because you are living by the emotion of the past in your mind. And if you are living by the emotion of the past, then the familiar past will sooner or later repeat itself in your life. On the other hand, if you think about a future event that you want to experience in your life and see yourself in your mind experiencing that event, your subconscious mind would take it as the future event is actually happening now. And if you do it over and over again and feel the emotion of the experience, your subconscious mind will start preparing your brain and body for the experience ahead of the actual experience. And once you are prepared, the event will be drawn to you in your physical experience. Now, let's talk about how the law of attraction works for the manifestation. The process of manifestation begins with thinking about the things we want to experience. Think about the life you want to live, the house you want to live in, the car you want to drive, the amount of money you want to earn, the relationship you want to have. Make a clear picture of everything you want to have and then write it down. Now, close your eyes and see yourself in your mind as the person who has everything he desires. See yourself having the experiences you want to have, spending your day exactly as you want to, driving the car you want to drive, being with the dream partner you want to be with, or whatever it is that you want in your life. Try to see it as vividly as you can. Try to feel the emotion of this experience and do it over and over again every day. When you do so, then the vibration of your thoughts would be a match to the vibration of the future experience in the quantum field. Now, your aim is to install that mental image into your subconscious mind. When you will be repeating the mental imaging process, try to put all of your focus to the internal images you are creating and forget about your body and everything else when you do it. If you do so, the door between the conscious and the subconscious mind will be open, and the subconscious mind will generate the emotional vibration for that inner experience, which will make your brain and body to feel as if the event is already experienced. Once your brain and body feel this way, it will move into the vibration of that experience. And then everything you need to manifest that experience will start moving towards you, and you will start moving towards them. Then new doors will start to open for you. Synchronicities and unexpected things will start happening to you, and in a relatively short period of time, everything you wanted will become yours. Remember this, when you would begin this process, in the beginning, you are going to feel very uncomfortable. You will hear voices in your head like, this is not gonna happen for you. It's too hard. Start later. You have so much work to do. It doesn't feel right, etc. etc. If you listen to these voices and accept them as true, you will think of all the reasons why it can't be done, which will lead you to make the same old choices, which will then lead you to same old thoughts and emotions, which will create the same old experiences, and which will produce the same old results. So, in order to truly manifest your desired results, don't listen to any of the voices inside or outside of you which is telling you that you cannot do it. Don't accept any circumstances. Just follow these steps. Step 1. See yourself in your mind already in possession of everything you desire, living the life you truly want to live, and being the person you truly want to be. Do it every day, right after you wake up and right before you go to bed, for at least 15 minutes. Step number 2. Feel the emotion of the experience that you are having in your mind. Create a clear picture of your desire in your mind and then stop thinking. Just feel as it is really happening. Step number 3. Take inspired actions. Do your work the best you can towards your goal. Let go of the thoughts of how it will happen. Just know in your heart that it will happen at the right time. Be grateful in advance for the experience you are going to have, and you will attract it in your life. The rest will be taken care of by the eternal spirit. Understand this. We attract in our life the things that are in harmonious vibration with our mental and emotional states. If our thoughts and feelings are working in harmony for the things we want to manifest, we are on a straight path to achieve those things. Remember this, thoughts alone are not enough. Neither feelings nor actions alone are enough for the manifestation. It's the thoughts, feelings, and action together, directed towards a specific purpose, that cause the law of attraction to attract to us everything we need for the manifestation of our vision. If you like the information that I shared with you through this video, then like it, subscribe this channel and share the video. Thank you very much.